What's going on, everybody? David here from Bluckers Videos and Toys, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Jurassic World Legacy Collection Isla Sorna Expedition Pack. Now, you're probably wondering why it's already out of the packaging when I normally would go over the packaging and everything before I open everything up. Well, because during the video processing, I went over the packaging and discussed a little bit about the figures and stuff like that. I had put it on pause so I can take the time to open it up, and then when I got ready to film this portion that you're seeing right now, something popped up on my phone and I tried to get out of it, and it stopped the video. So I got 5 minutes of footage of the beginning of the video, and the unfortunate part is I don't have a phone or the software to do an editing process where I could just like put it together all in one video like some people can. So I had the unfortunate task to do a review without going over the packaging on this one because I don't have the packaging on me right now. But it is what it is. So that's just my editing process, is just pause and unpause until I can get ready to do the next shot, I guess. But hey, it is what it is. So anyways, with that out of the way, so let's go ahead and see what we have here. So we got this truck, and we have a Velociraptor, which is supposed to be I believe supposed to be the tiger striped raptor. I do have the Legacy Collection one that came out the first go around back in 2018, I believe, when they first started it. And we'll do a comparison to that. And I know that there was I don't know if it was Dino Escape or one of those lines around that time. They had put out, or maybe it was Dino Rivals. No, it wasn't Dino Rivals. I think it was Dino Escape. And it came out with the Velociraptor that was more like the tiger striped raptor from the Lost World. And I didn't get that because I didn't feel like I needed that, because I already had my Lost World representation for the tiger striped raptor at the time, for the time being. So that wasn't a necessary add to the collection. But anyways, so we do also get a handful of like 3 compies that came with it, along with Dieter Stark with this stun prod thing. And yeah, so this is what makes up this Isla Sorna Expedition Pack. Now, I do have the Kenner version of Dieter Stark, which we'll do a comparison, which would be here a little bit later on. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started with this review. Alright, so we're going to start off by looking at these little guys. And these are pretty much straight repacks from the previous Legacy collections that we gotten beforehand, especially in the beginning when they started doing this, when figures or human figures were like individually packed. They all of them with was it Muldoon, Grant, Allen, or yeah, Alan Grant, not Grant Allen. Robert Muldoon, Alan Grant, Ellie Sadler, and Ian Malcolm. They all came with different compies. So this is pretty much, they just pretty much used just molds from those and just packed it in with this set, which is smart. You know, you can never have too many compies. You know, you always want to have plenty of them. So, and plus it makes sense because, you know, if you remember the Lost World, that these were the guys that little dinos that met put the end of Dieter Stark when he met his demise in the film. So very cool. Alright, so next up is the Velociraptor, or the tiger striped raptor, if you want to call it that. This is pretty much your standard raptor mold from like the attack packs, or danger packs as they call them now. So yeah, I really do like this. This is actually more reminiscent to the tiger striped raptors than other releases that they had that supposedly supposed to be the tiger striped raptors. It's got the orange mold, and the only paint or striping that it has, it's right here along the end of the start of the neck, and working its way down to the back, all the way to the before the tail, beginning of the tail. It'd be kind of nice if they just added a couple more stripes. Wouldn't expect them to do the whole thing, but if they just added like a couple more of these down to here, then that would be great. But unfortunately they didn't. Like I said, this is just your generic Raptor mold. And for those who don't have it, here is the fax app thing, our code. And then as far as the head goes, they always do very well with their Raptor heads. So the eyes there. Eyes is on point on both sides. It's one of the rare occasions where it actually looks really good on both sides. And he doesn't have cavity filled teeth like some of mine in my collection do. so basically, your articulation is just, your tail can go all the way around like that, and then forwards and backwards on the legs, and on the arms, go forwards, backwards, and then you got a ball and hinge at the neck. So you go up and down, all the way around. You can look this way, that way, and then you got the hinge in the jaw. So I do like this one. This is a good version of their tiger striped raptor. Like I said, if you want to call it this, it may not be accurate, but it looks a lot better than the ones that we gotten before that's supposed to look or represent those raptors from the Lost World. So, like I said, just your generic raptor. Looks pretty good, And so, go ahead. Sometimes he has an issue with stamp. Mine does. So we'll do a comparison to the Legacy Collection one that we got back in 2018, I believe it was. So here is the first version that we got. So it comes with that jumping gimmick. So I know this was supposed to represent the tiger striped at the time. So that's a little bit more acceptable than this. Like the coloration here looks really good, but as far as the striping point, it's not what it looked like in the movie. It was more so this than this. This is like one big long brown line. Well, kudos to them for trying, at the time. But yeah. But the head sculpt is really awesome. This is a lot better head sculpt than that, to be honest. So, and this is when they actually gave us paint, and paint on the tail. So, I guess ever since 2018, after the Fallen Kingdom line and Legacy Collection line, they just said, "Oh, we gave them too much paint. We need to cut cost." So this is when they painted the toe claws and everything. So this is a nice figure. Don't get me wrong. It's just if you want an accurate representation for your Legacy Collection, this is a knit. But it's a good mold. It's a good figure overall, especially with the paint apps and everything. So, but yeah, so that's the first one that we got when the line first came out, and then this is the one that we have now, the newest version. So they both look really good. I'm happy to have them both. All right, so now we have Dieter Stark. So we're going to move him out the way for a second, and we are going to take a look at the stun gun, or cattle prod, or whatever you want to, stun prod, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm actually surprised that they actually added paint to the tip of that. That's actually quite surprising, because normally this would be just one solid plastic color. But even though it's packed with detail, I love the details that they gave it. But what's surprising is that this little paint right there that they gave us for the tip of it. So kudos to Mattel for that. Alright, we'll set that down and we'll bring out Dieter Stark. Now, this is a very good representation of Dieter from the film. Not entirely accurate 100%, but I would say about 80. By that, as far as the head sculpt goes. So it does look like Peter Stormare, who plays Dieter Stark, who's also in Bad Boys 2 and Constantine, and, various other movies. So, very good actor. So, it does look like him from the side. But then in the front, it's kind of like him. But got the slick back hair and everything. I love the details of that. So, they did actually a really good job of that. And I'm impressed that I actually got one that has a pretty decent a likeness, especially with the 5 o'clock shadow that he has. And it's pretty much even for the most part. Normally, one side would be all thin and the other side would be thick, So, I actually got a good copy of him. So, I'm very happy about that. So, as far as the outfit goes, it's pretty much on par. And I guess that this is the holder for the stun gun or the cattle prod. Put right there in the back of it on the side. Nice. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So, very good likeness. Not 100% accurate, but pretty close. Especially for a 3.75 figure. Not everybody can pull it off. Make a clean, accurate representation with a figure that small when it comes to certain things. I mean, they probably could if they really put the effort into it, but for this particular line, what it's going for, it's pretty good. All right, so as far as the articulation goes, it's on a ball and hinge right there on the swivel, up and down there, left, right, and then the arms are on a ball and hinge, especially shoulder there, outwards and inwards all the way around, and then shoulders ball and hinge too, and they rotate too as well. And then the waist, got a waist swivel right there. And then the legs go all the way out doing the Van Dam. And then forwards. Not so much backwards, but you can get forward. And then the knee is on the ball and hinge. It's a little stiff right there. But, you got a swivel right there. And that's it. And then that's it. As far as articulation goes, like I said, really good job on a figure. I'm very impressed with it. So we just go ahead and, especially that's cool. I wasn't expecting that. All right. And so let's go ahead and get Dieter set up real quick, because we are going to do a comparison to the OG figure. All right, so here is Dieter's vintage counterpart, who looks pretty much more like Dutch from Predator than anything. So, but yeah, so this is the Dieter Stark that Kenner gave us, along with the compy with the magnetic right there. So you just put it on his chest. It won't stay long, but it'll hang on long enough to get the idea of what it's doing. And then his accessories and everything. So I was able to put all the compies on Dieter to look like it's attacking him like in the Lost World. So, but yeah, so this is the Kenner version that we got, and this is the newer version that Mattel gave us for the Legacy Collection. So, very happy to have both. All right, now time for the main event. So this is the truck that we got, and it's a very nice vehicle, and this is pretty much almost, not entirely, but almost movie accurate. They did have this vehicle in the film. I don't remember all exactly what's not accurate on this thing, but I know the truck itself, for what we're seeing here, this is what pretty much we saw in the movie. Now, I'm sure all the other stuff that we got, like as far as the details and all that stuff, may be a little bit of inaccuracy, but the truck itself that we saw in the film. So this is very cool. I'm really glad that we're getting more vehicles that we didn't get from the Kenner line for the Legacy Collection. And hopefully Mattel continues to do the Legacy Collection for the Lost World, as we still need a few more things to kind of fill out this line, especially when it comes to the humans and everything like that. But anywho's, so that being said, this is a very nice detailed truck. You know, I do like the fact that they add all the scratches here on the sides of the vehicles. And then here in the front, we got the cage here to cover the windshield. Got the stickers for the headlights. Got the grill, and we got the winch. Be cool if this was an actual working winch like they gave us for the Jeep in the Legacy Collection line. Was it Jeep 18 that has it? And then here on this side, you got a little bit of damage right there. Claw scratches right there. And then you got a little bit one down there. And then just a lot of details here on the back. Got the claw marks right there. And then some more stickers for the tail lights. And then here in the back of the thing, we got a bunch of claw marks there on the inside. And we got pegs so where you could put your human figure right there. So very nice. Very cool. And then here at the bottom, got some details here at the bottom. You know, if Mattel wanted to, they could have just made this plain Jane, like with no kind of details at all whatsoever. And then we got a little more foot pegs right there on this side. And we got one right there. So you could probably hold up to amount like maybe 5, maybe 6 figures, give or take. And then here on the inside, these doors do open. So there is a look on the inside. You can see that. So there's the stick, and there's the steering wheel. And then here on this side, you can see a lot better. So that's a lot of details from the inside for the dashboard and everything. So that's very cool. You know, like I said, Mattel could have just left all that blank. You know, just had a plain old dashboard, nothing, no details. But the fact that they did make the time to make that specific piece stand out, you know, it's kudos to them. So very happy about that. That's very cool. So, all right. And so here, this thing opens, so you can put that down. And then, let's see, this does lift up all the way. So, let's go ahead. Let's see if I can't. There we go. So that does lift up all the way. So, let's see, you can put your human figure back there. It's got this little pegs here at the bottom, so you can put. Let's see if he's able to. You know, just let's see. Should be able to fit here. There we go. I was able to do it finally. So let's close that, and you can just raise that up, so that way it can look like he's looking out, peering over, and giving instructions to the men driving the truck. So that's very cool. I really do like that a lot. So very nice gimmick. Let's see. Yep. Then you can have another guy standing right there. And also, it says that you can use this as a capture cage, you know, like that. Like you just captured a dinosaur. Use that as well. But I prefer it just as a standalone vehicle, and being able to use Dieter. Let me fix this real quick. All right, there we go. So anyways, let's bring out the other vehicle that we got from the Legacy Collection Lost World line. And we'll do some comparisons real quick. Alright, was able to finally get him in there. One of the legs was kind of stuck for a second. So let's go ahead and move the vehicle like this. And then let's bring out this vehicle that we got as a comparison. This is real cool. This is the vehicle that we got with Rolling Timbo. So I do like that a lot. It's a really good comparison. It just kind of helps fill out the line when it comes to this. And the cool thing is that I don't have one, but I would like to get the Kenner Lost World Humvee. But hopefully Mattel would make us a Humvee for the Legacy Collection. Come with probably either Aj or who is the nephew of John Hammond. I'm drawing a blank on his name right now. But yeah, hopefully if we do get a Humvee, that would be like a two-figure deal. I don't necessarily have to have another Raptor, which I'm pretty sure that they would probably include, or maybe I don't know what else would they include, because we already got a Packy and we already got a Parasaurolophus and Raptors and things like that. So I would like to see like the Humvee come out, and that'd be like a 2-pack of other characters that we hadn't got, like Aj and what's his name, John Hammond's nephew that takes over Engine. So that would be pretty cool, you know. But yeah. Well, this is a very cool shot that we got with Roland Timbo and Dieter Stark. So we just need a couple more characters on the villain side, you know, to kind of fill that out. Everybody else, you know, hopefully they would do a kind of like what they did with the park workers, you know, with the Legacy Collection Velociraptor containment set. They could do, you know, they did a park workers. So hopefully they do another set with a bunch of mercenaries that came with Roland and Dieter and them. Like, you could add a Carter to it with his, and then with his other characters that came with them, stuff like that. So that'd be pretty cool. Hopefully they do something like that. All right, so that pretty much wraps up the review and everything and comparisons that we did. So overall, you know, I'm very happy with this thing. I love this set, and I'm glad that we really got it. You know, it's one thing to see other people review and look at pictures and see it in stores, but once you have it in hand and holding it and looking at all the details and everything, and especially all the stuff that comes with, you grow to appreciate it more, you know, and hopefully that we get a chance to fill all this stuff out, you know, when Mattel gives us, or what am I trying to, what I don't even know what I'm saying, but you get the idea what I'm generally trying to say. Hopefully that Mattel, you know, continues to give us stuff like this, you know, things that we haven't gotten before in the past, that we can actually kind of fill out the film franchise in figure form. You know, we're pretty much almost done with the first film for the Legacy Collection. We're just kind of getting a little bit of taste of the Lost World, and hopefully they'll consider part 3, because pretty much Jurassic Park 3 stuff that we got is pretty much from the Hammond collection. So all the dinosaurs and all that, well, not all of the dinosaurs, but you know, the Corythosaurus, the Ankylosaurus, you know, and things like that, all from part 3 and stuff. So hopefully they will be able to bring that to the Legacy Collection as well, you know. But anyways, let me know in the comments below what y'all think of this, and don't forget, where's the wisdom? Buy what you love and not what you like, because if you buy what you like, you always end up getting rid of it. And I will catch y'all later.